All right, got some interesting Algorand news today, and the first one is the launch of something called Rug Ninja. What is that? Well, let's take a look because our good friend Michael Jordan is going to talk about it here. This is from Michael Jordan, otherwise known as at Algo Family on Twitter. He says, Rug Rug Ninja launches in 4 hours on Algorand. Rug.ninja. It's similar to Pump.fun, but better, question mark, without the MEV and thousands of ads. Meme coin season on Algo, powered by Vestige.fi, or Vestige.fi, Launchpad, meme coins. Do your own research before using or investing in crap coins. So we're going to explain it a little bit, but it's kind of like a launching platform. And the funny thing is there already was one, and I can't even remember what it was called, but it's like, it's just kind of went quiet. I haven't seen anything from it in a really long time. Yeah, why don't we go to Rug Ninja? Let's take a look at this. So I think the idea is, well, actually, they're going to explain it. There's a little question mark, so let's just see what they say. Okay, Rug.ninja. This is live now, by the way. You can go to it yourself. It's Rug.ninja. That's the website. Every coin on Rug.ninja is launched fairly. Every token has to be bought, even by those who launched them. The only force in effect is the market. Be quick, buy low, sell high. When tokens reach enough liquidity, they are deployed to Tinyman and their LP tokens are burned. That's kind of interesting. Once that happens, every buyer has a random lockup time between 1 hour and 12 hours. So I think they're trying to prevent the rug here. The idea is like you don't know which whether you're going to get the 1 hour or the 12 hour or somewhere in between, so you can't necessarily rug. Kind of interesting, right? How to trade: pick a coin you like, buy and sell whatever you want on the bonding curve. Once the coin reaches 10,000 in liquidity, it gets deployed. Wait for your lockup period to pass, claim your tokens, continue trading on Vestige. I'm ready to become a rug ninja. Kind of weird that, I wonder why they're blurred out. So we got some interesting ones. This one's really funny. I'm gonna pull this one up. So this one is called Next Gen's. Oh, for some reason the photos aren't lining up. This is Next Gen's Delivery Dirk. So I talked about this a while back, this Next Gen's project where people bought this NFT shoe and they were supposed to get an actual shoe for Christmas. Well, for whenever. They were supposed to get the actual physical shoe after buying this NFT shoe. And then all of a sudden, everyone, they were just promising, and then they went quiet. The Discord went quiet. While I was reporting on this, I actually got kicked out of the Discord. I got blocked from the Discord, so I couldn't get on the Discord. Still can't, as far as I know. And if you're wondering what the Dirk is, Little Dirk, the musician, rapper, was involved in this. He talked about it on the, oh, is it All In? No, not All In. That podcast that Schultz was making fun of, whichever one that was. Oh, I can't think of it. I don't know. They're the ones with the dad beer. Anyway, he was talking about it on a podcast, talking about how this thing was going to be great. He wanted to get into fashion and NFTs, and then, they took all the money, and God knows what happened to him. And then one of the founders, was still like doing these like motivational things on Twitter. I'm like, yeah, how about you like actually deliver on your project first? Oh, well, is that Fisherman? So people are buying these, and then you can actually buy it. You can swap in, you connect your wallet up here, and you want to buy some Dirks. How much is one? What does one algo do? One algo will get you gets you a lot of Dirk, and apparently 0% of the supply. Oh, I don't think it matters. Oh, there you go. If you want 1% of 1,000 algo to get 1.9% of the supply. Well, that's interesting. I just and look, there's that typical ASA curve again. The upside down V that it makes. Kind of a V. Kind of a little like city tower or something. Huh. So that's one of them. There is Dora's Tacos is on here. And that one's like a 13% deployment. Maybe I should make my own coin on Daddy Tate. People who like Andrew Tate. Not many people bought that one. Just seeing if there's any other ones. Foundation grants. Huh. That's pretty funny. What's that picture of? I wish I could see these. Oh, here we go. Huh. That's kind of random. 1.1% of that out. Yeah, so it's kind of interesting. I don't know. It's pretty weird. With boobs. There's an Apple one. My mom has 4 apples. That's I don't even know how to start explaining that joke. Test, please ignore. There's a Jaws one. This is a Voy mainnet. This actually, I think this actually is the Voy one. And yeah, 15%. That one's actually chugging along. So I would say, I put this in like if you want to play around or you just want to launch your own coin for, I guess it's trying to like present a way to have these coins where they're not red hat mega. To have these coins where they can't be rugged, they seem to be kind of rug proofed. I'm curious to how that will actually turn out. I don't know. I'm going to think about it. Maybe I'll make my own coin, my own Frugal BC. I'll call them Frugals. So that's Rug Ninja. So I've spoken about, or we actually used it in our live stream experiment, or excuse me, our DeFi experiment that we did a while back. And Kamado, it didn't do so well for us. Our best bet was Tiny Man, and usually having a stable involved. So but Kamada has a new roadmap, so maybe we should take a look at that. Kamada updates huge TDR agenda. Start in 1 to 2 weeks. We're cooking the ultimate Algorand targeted DeFi rewards agenda, using the funds creatively and efficiently. Shortly, a new huge meta LP pools with algo rewards, huge degen cross chains campaign with Farcaster, big algo rewards for all stable RWA LP farms on Kamada. More on the forum, share your ideas, blah, blah, blah. We can look at the forum if you want. Thanks for the trust, Algo fam. Your votes will make Algorand great again. Interesting that they're partnering up with Farcaster. I started looking at that. I got a little bit sick of Twitter. Now I'm kind of back on, but without the check mark. I actually find it better to use without the check mark. I have a lot of chats, so we'll get to those chats. Don't worry. But yeah, it seems like an interesting little roadmap. You know, here's the problem with targeted DeFi rewards. They don't seem to operate in a way that where you can actually do the things that you need to do in DeFi, because if you're taking rewards, you kind of want to put them back in, right? But they don't let you do that. They if you take profits and put back in, apparently it kicks you off. I got kicked off of because I didn't take anything out. I was just adding to it, but apparently that was enough to kick me off of governance. So I just not been a very big fan. And Farcaster, I wasn't a big fan of Farcaster because you got to pay a fee. I get that it kind of keeps the spam out, but like, why am I paying you $5 and I don't even know how it works? I don't know if I like it. You know, it didn't make a lot of sense to me. Let's see, we got some other stuff yet for Algorand, and I guess we're talking about roadmaps, so we should talk about Gora, which is a decentralized Oracle network. Let's take they got some news today. Let's take a look at this. Attention, Gora gang. Gora Network's updated roadmap for 2024 has been unveiled. It's packed with groundbreaking innovations. Blockchain expansion, final deploy of Gora Oracle on Starknet and Base. That's kind of cool. Been hearing a lot about Base. I should maybe look into that more. Smart agents unleash the power of real-time data analysis and verifiable computations for custom DeFi experiences. Decentralized feature, empowering Gora community with auto compound staking and full decentralized governance. I really like auto compounding. That sounds good. I might have to look more into that. Stay connected in our Telegram and Discord communities for all the news, and check our roadmap update at Gora.io. Updated price feeds. Going to launch on Base. Wow, that makes me think of one thing. I don't know what that one thing is. New 24 roadmap is packed with incredible updates. Can't wait to see how the multi-chain expansion and smart agents transform the Gora ecosystem. Wow, Gora is so undervalued. These are verified, so we used to be able to get away with having fake followers comment on it. We exposed a couple of those, but here I don't think you can actually do that. Someone's doing a space on rug.ninja. We might tune into that for a little bit, maybe. Let's see what else we got. I promise we'll get to the chats in just a second. I just want to get through. Oh, that was it. Oh no, I have one more. So we talked about the price, but you know, is this a good buying opportunity for Algorand? Well, someone has this person seems to think so. Algo presents one of the best buying opportunities in crypto right now. The first Fibonacci resistance level is 606%. Above the current price. Watch my latest video here. Should we watch this?
If you want to buy or trade any kind of 2-bit or ZoomX referral links in the description of this video, because both of these exchanges are right now offering huge deposit bonuses, so make sure to take advantage. So once again, if you're invested in Algorand or considering it, then make sure to watch this entire video, guys, because I will show you the latest big news related to Algorand, what is currently happening behind the scenes, and later on in this video I will show you the technicals and why I believe that Algorand presents one of the best buying opportunities in crypto right now. So let's start off here. The Algorand Foundation, alongside with RJX and Quantos Payments, has announced the first ever money market fund on the Algorand blockchain, and this news was announced on the 28th of June. And guys, this is
Yeah, I remember we covered this on the channel. I had a video, I think it was in one of my updates that I did on live stream. But yeah, it's good. It's a good piece of news for sure. But like this stuff just never seems to translate to actual price action. So I'm always like kind of skeptical of this stuff because like I don't know that it actually works out that way. Like people like to think it does, but I think it will in the long run. In the long run, I think stuff is very, very good. I'm just not super convinced that in the short term this is going to make much difference. But let's move on.
Isn't just any fund. We're talking about a $3.8 billion money market fund issued by RJX. So Quantus Payments and RJX have integrated to enable the use of Euro electronic money on the RJX digital asset platform. And this integration facilitates instant settlement of transactions in the EuroD fund market, eliminating the need for complex coding. So yeah, why is this all important? Well, as you might know, the world is right now moving towards tokenization and real world assets. So yeah, this news, in my opinion, positions Algorand as a leading blockchain for the tokenization of real-world assets and financial instruments. So yeah, with these kind of partnerships, Algorand is really setting itself up to be a key player in the future of digital finance. And as you might know, Algorand already made strides by tokenizing bonds for the Bank of Italy, and now they're moving forward with tokenized money market funds. So yeah, this is absolutely huge news, guys, for Algorand and also for us as Algorand investors. Or if
That happened a long time ago, and that did F all for price. It did nothing for price. Again, I think it's good. I think it's important, but we've seen it over and over where this stuff just doesn't impact the price anymore. That stuff is like, I think those days are over. People just don't get excited by these partnerships, even though they're really, really important. And that's what drives the prices to go up.
If you're potentially looking to invest into Algorand. Let's also have a brief look here at CoinMarketCap before I dive into the technicals on TradingView. So we can see that Algorand, the all-time chart, is down by 95% from its previous all-time high, $3.15. And if we look at the yearly performance, then we can see that Algorand is up by almost 17% for the year, which isn't too bad, but it's definitely not something.
It's pretty low compared to a lot of the coins where they were at this time. And actually, he doesn't point it out, but that was because of a completely botched launch, which I don't know how much you should take that into account. Looking at all time is like, it's pretty rough because that botched launch had a difference. But most of us, let's be honest, we didn't buy at the launch. So, we're not really in the same place. So I don't know. I kind of get it. I understand where he's coming from, but yeah, I think you should pay more attention to how much it's up in like the last year. Oh, good. My dog just threw up.
Which is enough for us here in crypto. We want to see way more than that. If we look at the monthly performance, then we can see that Algorand is down by 20% for the month and Algorand is up by 4% over the past 7 days. So yeah, from this perspective, Algorand could be a very good buy at the moment. You're definitely buying into fear. You're buying into an extremely low price right now. We can see that the market cap of Algorand is roughly $1.2 billion with 24-hour trading volume of 28 million.
Sorry, hold on a second. I got to clean up some dog vomit. Okay, we'll just let that... That's the joys of live TV, right?
So Algorand is not really popular right now, a volume to market cap ratio of 2.3%. We can see that the circulating supply is 81%, total maximum supply roughly 10 billion Algorand tokens. So from this perspective, Algorand could be a great buy right now. Algorand is listed on all the bigger exchanges, Binance, Coinbase, so it's very easy accessible for retail. So looking at Algorand here on the weekly time frame, we can see that Algorand is down significantly from its previous all-time high from November 2021, roughly 96% according to this chart here on the Gate.io chart. Algorand currently trading at 14 cents, but something super interesting happened for Algorand in the past few months. I mean, if I sketch out the trend line from the previous all-time high and if I connect as many touch points as possible, then we can actually see that Algorand broke its downtrend. That is also one of the reasons why I believe that the bear market low for Algorand was actually already established in August 2023. And since then, we have seen a rally for Algorand. The price basically increased from roughly 8 cents all the way up here to 33 cents, which is a significant rally. And since then, we have seen a pullback for Algorand. Then the price is right now establishing a higher low compared to the low of the bear market. So in my personal opinion, guys, this right now could actually present maybe even the best buying opportunity for Algorand. I mean, you need to believe in its fundamentals, but if you do, then Algorand could right now present a very good buying opportunity because I believe that Algorand will potentially set a new all-time high. Maybe not this year, maybe in 2025, but if we calculate the distance to the all-time high for Algorand from the current price, then we're also roughly talking about a 2,700% of a multiplier, which is a 27x on your money. And this is, in my opinion, a really significant return. So yeah, the risk to reward.
That seems like a lot. I mean, it could happen. I'm not saying it can't happen because crypto is kind of crazy, but that's a huge percentage to increase from this point. So we'll see.
ratio right now for Algorand is absolutely phenomenal. The risk is fairly limited here and the upside potential is absolutely astronomical. And that is also the reason why I've invested a lot into Algorand right now. I do believe that there is a very high probability that Algorand will perform really, really well in the coming years. So yeah, what is my target for 2024? So for this year, the rest of this year, let's actually calculate a Fibonacci retracement from the high point, the all-time high, to the bear market low point for Algorand. And you can actually see that, and maybe I have to switch over to the linear chart. I do believe that Algorand will test at least the 0.236 Fibonacci level, which is the first area of major resistance here on the.
By the way, did he not say that it didn't go below that level set before here? It's definitely below. It's definitely below that level. You can see when you have the actual straight line on there. You know, it actually dipped below that previous all-time low in 2020, or was he saying 2020, even 2023? So yeah, I don't know how convincing this is. I think this is a lot of I just don't have a lot of faith in technical analysis. I'm just not convinced that just because it popped up here before means it's going to again. And he's showing this like little spike up. Algorand was actually never that high. I've never saw Algorand above $3. I don't know where that line is coming from. If it did, it was like a super flash in the pan. Really, it was around 2 something. So that kind of throws his numbers off completely.
The linear chart, and from our current position, we're talking about a potential move upwards for Algorand of approximately 614% from the current position. I do believe that there's a very high probability that Algorand will test this area, the 0.236 Fibonacci level. If you look at the left-hand side of the chart, then you can see a rejection point here in February 2022, also support here in February 2021, all the way towards, I would say, May 2021. So yeah, I do believe that this area will get tested for Algorand somewhere in the coming months, potentially in the rest of 2024. And if I switch back to the logarithmic chart, then you can actually see that the golden ratio, the 0.618 Fibonacci level, is exactly aligning with this exact area on the logarithmic chart. So yeah, in my personal opinion, guys, there's a very high probability that Algorand will rise significantly in the rest.
So I really think that I think that technical analysis is a way for people to sound really smart while they're making guesses. There's a very famous trader who thought the same thing, and I wish I could remember his name. Was a very smart mathematical genius, and he said the same thing. Like he's like there's been no proof given to me, and I still haven't seen proof. I've seen people have all kinds of technical analysis reasons for why Algorand was going to go up, and you know what it did? It went down. Or which you see more commonly, and he doesn't do this here, so I want to give him credit. But what a lot of them do is they say, well, if it hits this resistance line, then if it goes past this, then it could go up to here, and if it goes down below, it bounces off this resistance line, it could go down. So basically, you have a really complicated way of saying it could go up and down. Yeah, I'm just not very convinced by this, especially if you're using this really high number that I don't think, like, I never saw it actually hit that. Realistically, the price was, it might have flashed up there really briefly, but that to me doesn't count. You know, the main range is that it was just a little above 2. It was like 220, 224 is where you typically saw it around that time. We were all very excited. You know, our Algorand was suddenly worth a decent amount of money. So yeah, that stuff's interesting. I'm just not terribly convinced. I'm still holding for a $2 to $3 target. You know, I think what was he saying? Like $6 he was pointing at. I don't see that. I don't see Algorand hitting $6 this cycle. If I'm, you know what, if I'm wrong too, like, that's great, because what I can tell you is that we're definitely on the lows, and when the altcoin cycle kicks in, we're going to be going much higher. So that we know, and making guesses is just kind of silly, and people eat this stuff up. I get it. Sometimes it's tempting to be like, yeah, maybe I should just learn how to speak this language so I can sound smart too. But I would rather just look at historic levels and kind of guess where it's probably going to go, and more importantly, have a plan for the cycle. The cycle is all that matters. You know, when you're in the bottom of the cycle, and we've been in the bottom of the cycle, it disturbs me a little that we've gone this far down with Algorand. People should be concerned about that, and we can look at historic price trends, and Algorand just hasn't matched the other coins. So I think that stuff matters more. But it's good to take this stuff in and look at and think about it a little bit. But I'm just, technical analysis math, I'm just never very convinced by. All right, I promise you we'll get to the chat, and then I'm going to clean up some more. I got to do some more cleaning. Who's here? Well, a lot of people here. Okay. Jason Cowait says, sound like Logan Paul. Are you saying I sound like Logan Paul? That's wild. That's a first. Investors Earn says, yo, man, what are you up to? Where are you trading Algorand coins? Listen, I don't trade Algorand coins. I buy Algorand on Coinbase, and then I move it to my Para wallet, which is actually a number of wallets. I have it on DeFi as well. I used to have my Algo. And then I don't really trade after that. I just, I'm in Tiny Man, and you can see